through.
We could attempt to sneak past, or just fight our way through.
The Prince of the Comet has come! Shavar Orpheus! Shavar Orpheus! Shavar Orpheus!
Vos, my most loyal friend. How good to set eyes on you.
You honor me. Your radiance. Lae'zel, Talakmagir. Thanks to you, the skies above Tunarath shall tremble with psalms. Orpheus will take the truth to the people. We will slay the Lich Queen. Our chains will be cleaved.
Mighty Voss, your words lift me. Vlaakith will splinter like glass and vanish like smoke. Shavar Orpheus!
My sword is yours. We will exterminate the brain and end its plague.
This champion holds the key to its defeat. Stand by for orders, Voss. Answer to him as you would answer to me.
As you wish, Prince Orpheus.
Forward! The nether brain falls this day. Let it be the first victim in the war for the skies!
Citadel, home to the protectors of Baldur's Gate.
We have lost much already, and we will lose more before the day is out. But even when the last soul falls, Baldur's Gate will stand. For Baldur's Gate is more than just a city. It is more than a place of opportunity for those of mercantile spirit. More than a place of refuge for those who are lost. More than a home for friends, loved ones, and adventuring souls. Baldur's Gate is a place where anyone can find what they need, if they're just willing to fight for it. Today, Baldur's Gate needs us. Today, we fight for... You're late, friend. This is the one you spoke of.
The very same. The champion we've been waiting for. The one who will save Baldur's Gate from ruin.
Well met. You are most welcome here. My steel is yours, and I'm not alone.
You helped me once. I figured it's time I paid you back. With magic.
I have marshaled the best the Flaming Fist has to offer. We will fight to the last.
The Iron Hand gnomes are forever in your debt. Our firepower is yours to command. Just show us where it's needed.
The Moon Maiden's silver light is a shield in dark times. Today, it is mine to wield. And I hold her sword.
Whatever strength I have to lend, I will lend it. I will make my city proud again.
I'm in the mood to crack some skulls after that fuckery in the Temple of Baal. The City Watch will be glad to oblige me.
I have no steel or spell to gift you, but I hope my words of encouragement and reassurance will strengthen your resolve.
The journey has been brutal, but I stand here a Hell Rider once more, and I would die a proud man if I died this day.
I want my city back, and I've brought the toughest bastards from the guild to get the job done.
All the strength of the lands we healed flows through me, and from me to you.
I wouldn't miss this for all the souls in the city. Call my name, and I'll bring the hellfire.
Nature's servant awaits.
Glad to have you with us, and not a moment too soon.
The air is thick with anticipation. All eyes are on you.
Well said. We'll prepare ourselves. We'll be ready when you call upon us. Balduran's grace be with you.
We face the greatest evil our realm has known, and we do it together. On your word, the sword of Selûne will fall upon our foes.
Dost thou need my services?
If thou art ready, proceed to seal fate's image with thy final stitch.
Survival is all that matters.
Dragons overhead. Stay low.
Fall back! Fall back!
Matthew!
Leave him be! We have to keep running! You should come with us!
It's over.
There's a glimmer of something beyond his words, but in a moment it's gone, consumed with fear.
I'm sorry. We can't. I'm sorry. Dragons overhead. Stay low. Fall back! Fall back! Matthew! Leave him be. We have to keep running. Can't you see? It's over.
There's a glimmer of something beyond his words, but in a moment it's gone, consumed with fear.
I'm sorry. We can't. I'm sorry. Dragons overhead. Stay low. Fall, Matthew! Leave him be. We have to keep run. Can't you see? It's over.
There's a glimmer of something beyond his words, but in a moment it's gone, consumed with fear.
Dragons overhead. Stay low. Fall back, Matthew! Leave him be. We have to keep. Can't you see? It's over.
There's a glimmer of something beyond his words, but in a moment it's gone, consumed with fear.
Dragons overhead. Stay low. Fall back! Matthew! Leave him be. We have to keep running. Can't you see? It's over.
There's a glimmer of something beyond his words, but in a moment it's gone, consumed with fear.
Dragons overhead. Stay low. Fall back! Matthew! Leave him be. We have to keep. Can't you see? It's over.
His words say that he's given up, but buried deep behind them is a fragment of hope. He doesn't want it to be over any more than you do.
We go back in there, we die. We flee, we last half a day at best. Shit! If this is it, then God's damn it, let's make it count. City Watch, with me! We'll follow you to our last breaths.
show.
It's Ali.
All right.
Join us.
straight. Comes easy these days.
Sacrifice in her name.
Submission in
Become absolute.
Praise the absolute!
Let's end this.
May the dice roll in my favor.
Imperativus!
Here we go again. These boots have seen everything.
Indubitably.
I won't give in. Very well.
Should I do? Moving.
Let me recite their demise. Step to it.
Or you break.
Unleash me. Pawn to cleric 4.
Time to push my luck again. What path lies before me?
Swift and lethal.
That was close. No doubt they'll be on us. Looks like part of the nether brain, but we'll need to be higher up to climb it.
Can't afford to let up. On I go.
What fools these mortals be. Onward.
At the ready.
Time to strike. Taking position.
will bleed for her glory.
Sliced and burned, dashed and diced, they will be...
ready. Got to concentrate. On the move.
Witching hour.
Well, so much for peace.
fancy their chances.
striking distance. No choice but to keep going. Deep and move.
Swift and lethal. On the move. is ever easy.
Slow down.
Victory awaits. My path be true. Make way.
Absolute and spare the city. The stage is set for my final act. Mistra's bidding and the redemption that lies beyond.
You brought me right where I need to be. I have no right to ask more of you. It's time I spirited you to safety. For this is a fate I must face alone. As much as I enjoy your company, I'm not willing to kill you just to wring out a few last moments. It's just a choice between two deaths. Quick and meaningful, or torturous and pointless. It's now or never. What I want, perhaps not. But what I need, I believe so. But it may not be the last turn of the page, even if it seems so. There's endless wonder out there. Infinite possibilities. Perhaps fate will bring us back together before the universe dims. Vogalus inferni blandimenta. Up you go then, Gale. Let's make this count. The whole world's watching. No, I think you're mistaken. The name's Gale of Waterdeep. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, though our time together will be exceptionally brief. Farewell, and happy land.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
He succeeded. He destroyed the nether brain. The parasite. It's withered. Dead along with the nether brain. I am cleansed. I will never be a filthy geich.
But Gale... he's gone. All that wisdom. Lost. Forever. All so that we could survive. I owe him my life. We all do.
His was a noble sacrifice. I will ensure that all our people know his name and his sacrifice. What he has done today will start a fire that rages across the astral plane. With their lost prince returned, our people will burn away Vlaakith's corruption. And it is all thanks to Gale, the wizard who destroyed a nether brain. My people are leaving, and I must leave with them. Come, Lae'zel. We will free the Githyanki and dismantle the Empire. Let them be imprisoned no longer. To Morvir, brother in freedom, I welcome you to the fight.
Orpheus, I am ready.
Julas! Juthas!
Come, both of you. The future begins.
I'm hot. Too hot. I think this is it. The engine's finally cooked.
Karlach! I thought after all we've survived, maybe one last miracle would rear its head. But no. I'm sorry.
Friends are going to be all right. I can let go. I'm slipping. I can't hang on. What's happening? Goodbye, sun. Goodbye, sea.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate. While navigating the disordered environs of Limbo, you and Lae'zel heard the summons, a telepathic emanation. You are accustomed to receiving dispatches and battle orders from the Githyanki rebel forces in this form. But this was different. An invitation to a gathering of friends, those allies who stood with you against the Netherbrain. Those who thwarted the grand design. Those who made your war against Vlaakith's tyranny possible. You cannot join them in person, but you shall be with them again, nonetheless, to project your image through the cosmos. Such is the skill of the Prince of the Comet. You have no doubt it can be done.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
I cannot remember the last time I heard the ballad of the Endless Spring performed. Now there's a ditty worthy of a knee slap.
Thank Mother Gift. The psionic projection is holding.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. An unworthy one. Forgive me. I am simply excitable. It is good to be out under an open sky once more. My first, since the reconstruction began. We left quite a mess behind. But the city begins to look something like itself once more. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers. Same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon. Same cisterns overflowing. Huh. The upper city has been almost entirely rebuilt. That's where the gold is. Even the builder's scaffolds are cleared from the streets. No dust left to sneeze at. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again. I suppose I am. I tried to steer them clear of my life's work, but they have chosen it for themselves. There is still much to do. People to house, a Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. The songs of my suffering will break hearts from here to the Hordlands, I am sure. Now, before this night grows any deeper, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Now, there's a face I know well indeed.
I am surprised you dare face me, after departing as you did. Perhaps you think yourself safe in this projected form, but I assure you, if I wanted you dead, you would be. So, what do you have to say for yourself? Of course you could leave them. You owe your people nothing. No. You were presented with a choice of paths, and you chose poorly. I always thought you had a sharp mind. Your misreading of me suggests otherwise. Given where I tread, I would not survive if my heart were not as hard as my blades are sharp. I feared that returning to the Underdark as an apostate of Lolth would be an act of madness. Perhaps it was. If so, it is a madness that fits me well. Rebels swarm to my cause, and even if it takes centuries, I will reclaim my house in Menzoberranzan. And make the Spider Queen bleed. Oh, I would kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
Gods, I must look a mess. I just rolled out from under a pesky ogre when Withers yanked me in. Oh, I didn't mean that. I just gutted the ogre, not... How about I change the subject before I dig this hole any deeper? You look positively perfect, if a bit shimmery at the edges.
To your relief, your projection holds. It took 12 Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure it. You can touch, taste, and talk. But your fleshy body is in limbo, the home of the mystical Githzerai. Once the Githzerai were one with the Githyanki, until bloody civil war severed the Gith species. The Githzerai god king Menyar Ag-Gith sent word through the cosmos. He knows of your rebellion, and he's agreed to parley. Should the Githzerai join you, you could vanquish Flakith in a red dragon's blink.
How fares the comet's path? I wager you've cracked open more Kithraki heads than you could possibly count. Not to mention the mightiest magic you can muster, and the sharpest swords you can forge. How you thrill in the blade's hunt, Lae'zel. The trolls I've torn open, the ghouls I've cleaved, the stories I've been itching to tell. I don't suppose you'd indulge me. You'll have to choose one tale and one tale only, I'm afraid, or I'll be yammering all night. You want to hear about the Stegosaurus that bullied Candle Keep, the impossible lich, or the young dragon who crawled out of Deeping Cave? It did, though the adventure had peaceful beginnings, as so many often do. I'd made camp south of Daggerford. The night was calm, lit by the green lanterns of a caravan. I was about to dig into a hearty stew when it began. A deluge of bone. It was as if 1,000 skeletons were walking the skies and had split into pieces. Skulls, knuckles, ribs rained down on me. I shielded myself with armor of Agathis and made for the light. The bones clumped and clattered into unspeakable aberrations. I cast and carved until I reached the light. I found no caravan, but a sickly green lich. Each fallen bone was a shard of its essence, an impossibility. But what does a world of netherbrains and magic crowns care about the impossible? I raged through the night. By morning, the fields were buried in shards of bone, the liches included. She's kept her leash loose, though I've been no stranger to the hells. Every target she's set me on's been a demonic intruder. Tenari assassins who slip into Avernus, Armonites that amass near the Styx. My next mark's the most challenging yet, or so she says. I don't know much more, only that it's no demon, but a devil. She's playing a game. I don't know what it is or how she plans to win, but I can tell you this much. I'd fall on my own blade and join the blood war in an instant should Zariel's hell-touched fingers stretch towards the coast. And as long as I'm more useful as a warlock, that's not a risk Mazora would take. I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but with Floric's help, he's teaching the Fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart. I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. Go on, the night's young. You shouldn't waste a moment of it. Or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oops, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
There you are.
keeping us all...
Seems like a sin.
Starting to wonder if you'd show up. What can I say? We shared something extraordinary, even if we didn't always see eye to eye. Let's leave old squabbles in the past. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever. You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it? I suppose I do, don't I? I'm glad you seem well. Trudy. I had no doubt, but I'm glad to hear you say it all the same. Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. A sorely deserved downfall, I might add. Vlaakith made the wrong enemies, and now it will cost her everything. Just keep safe out there. For me. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves. I'm sure we will, but let's be proactive about it all the same. We're more than capable. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars. Don't be a stranger.
There's something strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it? A familiar invitation. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped. But it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism. He whines. Less talk, more throw.
Kill for a glass of Ulava wine.
All my favorite people in one place. Not to mention all my favorite wines.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. Or here I am. I'm not sure about you. But of course, I imagine traversing a cosmic war zone is no easy thing. You know, I was concerned you'd land yourself in trouble without me to look after you, but I see you're doing just fine as you are. Flying across the cosmos on the backs of dragons, waging war on your mad queen. I couldn't be more proud. Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again, burning in the sun. I fled the dock and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. Part of me was relieved you left so quickly after the battle. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything. Just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that. And with Cazador still out there, I could hardly show my face. So, I retreated to the sewers to hide, bide my time, and enjoy all the rats one can eat. Alas, no. Since we lost our tadpoles, I'm just another vampire spawn. If he finds me, he only has to say the word, and I'm his puppet again. I can't face him. You, on the other hand, are perfectly suited to facing him and killing him. One hopes. Thank you. I can't tell you how much this means. But killing vampires is a decidedly daytime activity. For now, we can simply enjoy the night. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
I expect there have been others.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more. Just as I hoped they would, more like. The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day. Well, I am not normally given to imbibing, but this is a special occasion, and I believe our dear Withers procured a fine honey mead as part of the celebratory victuals. Even the most ascetic of nature's servants would be tempted by such an elixir, but that can wait. Your company is what truly drew me. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing. Ah, as you wish. Enjoy yourself.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed.
Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post. Oh, I wouldn't bother you with such things during a party. And anyway, I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Oh, terribly sorry, but you mistake me, my friend. I'm only accepting complimentary feedback at this time. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
Aha! You... Boo! We are not dreaming. It is our old friend. What is reuniting with old comrades, if not the stuff of dreams? But Minsk is full-clothed, so this must be no vision. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell. Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover. Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jahira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference. It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no? In ample time indeed. So long as the Bone Mage returns us to our cell by dawn, Boo would not be late to the bloodshed. But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky? Minsk hears the determination rattle your cry. Even if he can't remember who is the Comet and who the Lich Queen. Boo will remind him of the details later. He has the memory of a miniature giant space elephant. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go and greet the others. Minsk shall make himself presentable. This pond shall do nicely, Boo. Though I see no soap, so you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
2 months we trained as Knights of the Comet. For 2 more we skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet we traveled through limbo. It has taken all of Orpheus's efforts to conjure our projections here, and all of mine to convince him to let us come. Worth it, I'd say. Right here, right now. There's no other place I'd sooner be. Enjoy your night, chatter away. For tomorrow, we face Zereth Menyaragith.
Zereth Menyaragith. And well you know the name. The immortal god-king of the Githzerai, and the ruler of their capital, Shraktalor.
You might as well ask if the stars will ever snuff out or Avernus freeze over. A consideration for the far future. For now, I don't want the Githzerai to fight for us, just with us. Menyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that we must meet him. He is also a near deity. Should the Githzerai join us, we could topple the City of Death in a red dragon's blink. Trust me, my blade is keen as ever. But it was here, in Faerun, where I learned a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. And if Menyaragith refuses, we carry on. Gravity pulls us in but one direction. We are warriors of the Comet. We will blaze forth until we burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. And when the Comet has risen, the Githyanki will be free. Free to act, free to speak. Through us, they will feel the embrace of Mother Gith.
Why were we scrounging in barrels and crates for supplies when he...
I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun.
I remember one evening when we had to eat 14 apples, some fish heads, and a stale loaf of bread just to get
there, Gale. Isn't this a lovely little gathering?
Oh, right. You. Hello. Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dekarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right? I can almost feel Gale here. Among his friends. In you. Some part of him remains, doesn't it? That thing's no more than a shadow of the real man. Nonsense. Though it captures some of his more insufferable qualities. Oh, what I wouldn't give to snuggle up on his lap one more time. Just once would do. To lose the one you love the most. What a terrible thing. Perhaps you'd be willing to come meet Gale's mother sometime? She misses him so. And I know it would do her heart a world of good to discuss her son with someone who knew him as he was. Well, if you ever come back, do look us up in Waterdeep. Surname Dekarios. I'd enjoy the chance to reminisce about the good man we knew. Enjoy your party, dear. I've heard you quite deserve a celebration. It's a fine night. Very fine indeed.
I think a magical apparition with an urgent message would be deserving. Well met. I am a magical projection of Gale of Waterdeep. And if you see this manifestation, that means I have prematurely perished. Alas, On this occasion, I appear to have been erased from this plane in both soul and substance. So, the usual protocol for revivification cannot be followed. I am, however, available for the duration of this spell to assist with the tying of any loose ends related to my recent departure from mortality. As I said, I am merely a projection of Gale. A highly accomplished one, reflecting my creator's flair for such magic. But in no way am I the great wizard himself. He is gone. The good news is I am here precisely to assist in cushioning that heaviest of blows. I have been entrusted with the delivery of a letter to be given to one who cared most for me in life. I hope these words do something to ease the tragedy of my untimely and, honestly, quite unexpected passing. With that, I'm afraid my spell is waning. Is there anything else you need of me before I blink out of existence? How fortunate I was to know someone like you.
But I wish he were here.
Other reunions to which I was not. I fear I am becoming accustomed to the taste of sun-fed plants.
Withers can pluck wine from all over the world, but is there one bottle of fresh blood?
All my favorite people in one place. Not to mention all my favorite wines.
Thou feelst it still. She is not here. She who was the boldest. Hast thy thoughts been with brave Karlach often? She would not come. To leave thy burden unspoken is to leave thyself burdened. In the fugue plain, her soul burns so bright it pains the gods to look upon. Recall that in time all changeth and all is rejoined. Thou shalt be with her again. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving. To you. There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.